Hello, it's Billy again, and this is part 2 of the tutorial just for the teachers. So now the students have each created 1, 2 or maybe even 3 assets, for eco-friendly assets, and sent over the GUID codes. What you now need to do with those codes, I'm about to show you what you need to do with those codes to assign values to them or to their objects that they've created. So what we want to do is we want to go to clicksandlinks.com/digit. We don't want places this time. We just want digit. And this will take you to a web page here where we have a few options. Now what we want to do is we want to go to supervisor, and we want to enter, we've got digit admin for now, but you will have personalized ones at a later date, but for now we use the digit one. Okay, and what we will now see is the object database. Okay, now these are some GUID codes that have already been created, and these are our Clicks and Links assets that we've already created. So the electric car, the solar panel, the wind turbine and things like that. Now what we want to do here is when we have the students' codes, we want to submit digit object, and then if we just paste the codes that the students have sent in, and submit. Okay, so that then brings us to a page where we get to enter specific values. So all of these values are match up with how you think, how you've reviewed that object on how much you think it costs, how much eco points it should give, and how much happiness your characters or your worlds get as a result of that. So we'll say that it costs 20. In the small village, the cost limits will be 100 points or 100 euros, pounds. In the medium size it will be 200, and in the large city it will be 300, and they're your budgets across all the 3 worlds. We'll enter 25 for eco and 30 for happiness, and this object name can be used just for reference later on in the database. And submit values, and you should get a message saying that the GUID is added to the database. Okay, so if we go back now, we can see here that Jack's red solar panel has now populated the database. And now if we return, or at least tell the students to return back to their games after you've assigned values, we won't see any values when we're not running the game, but as soon as we run the game, so if we run the game again now, we'll see those values added now. So now we can start to see these totals adding up. If I, for example, if I duplicate the red object, theoretically we should have a duplicated set of values now, or at least an added set of values. Okay, so you see now we have 60 eco and 70 happiness, 60 cost. So whilst the students have a cost underneath 100, they will be able to see this little submit button here, and what that submit button then does is submits the score to the database. Now, if a student was, for example, to go over budget, so we'll copy that again and we'll paste again, and one more for good luck. This should send the students cost way over budget. So if we play here, so you see it adding up here. Now, yes, their eco and happiness have gone through the roof, but they are not allowed to submit their score now because they've gone over budget. And this practice is about getting the students to find a good balance between cost, eco and happiness. So if we just delete, not all of those, I just pasted them all, delete those, and we'll keep that one. So we'll play again. And submit. Now you'll see that these values would have populated here now. So this is the student's currently submitted score. Now if the students are to return back to the database, back to the web page now, go home. This can be accessed by students as well. And if they were to click on check my score, and we are called Digit Tutorial. So Digit Tutorial, check Roblox name, and then the student can then see their score. This here describes what size world we have, so it's a mini, midi or maxi, so this is the small village, and this shows their submitted scores. If we go home again and go to the Digit leaderboard, we can see now our values have been submitted here, and we can change whether happiness is the primary sort of rating system, whether eco is, spend, or size. So this way the students can feel a little bit of competition between their peers, and they can generally just compare scores and and see how their class friends are doing. This here will show us the mini scoreboard, so our small village. If we change that to midi, that's our medium town, and maxi, which is our large city. And there's 3 separate leaderboards. And so that's it for this this tutorial. There will be accompanying documentation for each step to take, and if there's any elements that have been missed, or if there are any queries, these are all things that we can straighten out in the webinar session on the delivery date. Thank you for watching, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. Cheers.